Okay.
No problem, John. Yeah.
Wow, Nemo.
Oh.
How are you guys?
God, we haven't gotten over watching that video again. Have compassion on us.
I'm so glad.
By your beautiful music.
Talk.
Hey, this is Leslie Meehan from Compassionate Silicon Valley, and that is Summer Joy Albertson, the love of my life and partner in Compassion Games. Can you hear us?
Awesome. Wait, can I get the names again? Leslie?
Yep.
Yes. Hi, Nimo. Leslie Meehan.
Nice to meet you, Leslie.
Nice to meet you.
And sorry, because it's cutting out. That's why I'm not hearing everything you guys are saying.
Okay.
No worries.
Well, I want you to know what we were
Yeah.
saying, in case you didn't hear it, because we were saying how moved and inspired we were by you and your music and what you're doing. And I hope that comes through, because, you know, I know there are times that all of us on this journey, we wonder, what the hell are we doing? You never know that those little seeds you've planted have making a difference.
Yeah, and it's good to not know and really care about whatever seeds are being planted, but just keep doing whatever we're doing.
Yes.
And I think that's the beauty of this family that we have around the planet, that's just doing the same thing, same intention in unique, different ways. So it's a blessing to be connected with family like you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. No, and we totally embrace Greg, and we're working to help him with his deck, the acting cards. But you know, this is the day in the U.S., and I'm sure, I don't know what day it is in India there, but September 10th here, it's Saturday, and it's the weekend of the 15th anniversary of 9/11. And we're kicking off the Global Unity Games this weekend all over the world. And yeah, so it's perfect timing for this to occur.
It really is. I was right there at the Trade Center when it happened in front of me, and it's an experience that still feels surreal, but really I think was one of the shifts in my life also that made me really question what I was doing. I was working at the Trade Center in the World Financial Building at that time, living a block away from the Trade Center. And when all that happened, I mean, obviously so many things happened in Manhattan those few months and that year, but it really, I think, was a big turning point for my heart to like really ask, like, what am I doing with this life, you know, that I have for this moment that I'm here. And so great time to remember and use those memories to keep shifting and changing and polishing our heart for the better of others.
Yes, exactly. I had a similar experience. And in fact, the two guys who dedicated themselves to turning 9/11 day into a day of service and remembrance is not about what happened on 9/11, but what happened on 9/12. That incredible sense of unity and compassion felt around the world. And that's what we're up to here, you know, reminding us. And this 11 days goes from fear to the International Day of Peace on 9/21. So it's a whole window into that journey that we're all going through. And we've all had our own 9/11s, right? It's, you know, in different ways, but certainly is an incredible expression of global unity and possibility. I'm so happy you're here. I didn't know that.
Yeah, brother.
Journey too, my gosh.
Yeah. No, well,
so tell us
beautiful. You can. Sorry?
Tell us about this new song. Planting Seeds, the new song.
Planting Seeds, yeah. That's been a blessing of a story, because it actually roots back to my dear friend who's singing on this song with me, Daniel. And back in 2010, I moved to India. Moved to this city that I live in, and then moved to the Gandhi Ashram where I stay. And I was on a journey working with children. I stopped listening to music. I used to be part of a hip hop group for about a decade. But when I came here, I really just wanted to engulf myself in service. I was listening to Sufi music at the time. I stopped listening to English written music. For some reason, I had a disconnect. I stopped my own music. I stopped writing. One of my friends, Nipun, who you might know, Nipun Mehta, Service Space. He's a He's like a brother. Him and his wife were dropping me off at the airport, and they're like, "Hey, we want to gift you this album." And I was at that time I was working with 16 children in our slum community. We were creating a musical, and I listened. The first song was called Water. His album is called Water, Dan's album there. And I was just moved by it. And then I ended up listening to Dan's album for the next year without like really listening to much else. And one of the songs on that album is called Planting Seeds. So, and it was exactly this message that I was trying to practice in life. And this was the first time I was trying to really practice that, which was, how can I offer myself, but really not try to own it, not try to create something from it, not try to expect something to grow out of it. My whole life up to that point has always been that. You know, I went to Wharton Business School, so that's a very, a mindset of accumulation of for self, of planning and executing and achieving and results. Working in New York, all kind of my journey was a very results-oriented mindset. But this was purposefully, I wanted to try to rewire myself. And at that same time, I'm listening to this song, and I said to myself, this is what it is. It's like, how do we plant these seeds? And so I was working with kids at that time. So how do I go from this ego-based perspective that I want to better their lives because I want to do that, to saying, no, you just need to be yourself and practice the values that you want them to also receive. And if they absorb that, then they do. It's not your goal to change them or to better them or give them a better opportunity. No, you spend time with them and you love them. That's what you can do, yes. What they receive from that is up to some other, higher power. And so my ego was hit many times trying to go through this process, but I realized that this was the path, and that you work, you offer yourself, you do everything you can in the world, you plant seeds, you water it, but then the fruits you kind of let grow as and when they need to come and go, and not wait there for them. And it was amazing. So there was a synchronicity of events as I took these children on this world tour. We were performing the show, 16 of our slum children, performing the show around the US and the UK. And it was a miraculous way how that all happened. But my friend Nipun, he wrote an article on me. And at the end of the article, he writes these lines of planting seeds, because he knew how much I was connecting to this, whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die. And the synchronicity of it has it that someone forwarded that article to Dan. Dan writes to me saying, hey, I heard you really connected with my song and the message, and you're really inspired by that. And I said, yeah. And then I was like, well, just want to let you know I'm bringing the kids to Los Angeles. We're performing a few big shows out there. Would you want to open for them and just share a few songs, including Planting Seeds? He's like, yeah, heck yeah. So the first time I ever meet him is on stage. We're doing a prayer with our kids, and he shows up, and we get in this circle, and he's surrounded by our 16 beautiful children from India, and he's moved deeply by this experience. We end up becoming brothers from another, time, and stay in touch. 1 year after the tour, we got back, and I really decided to stop the doing. All my life I had been doing. This was a huge project that I ended up directing, and everybody was asking me, after the tour, what are you doing? And I said, really nothing. I think I'm going to focus on small little acts of service around the ashram in different ways and supporting other people's journeys. And a year later, I got this itch to start writing music again. So it had been around 6, 7, 8 years since I had written a song. And I approached Dan. I was coming to Los Angeles, and I had this itch, and I said, Dan, I want to do a remix to Planting Seeds in my style, And up to then, we'd always been in touch. We'd always been spending time with each other whenever I was in Los Angeles. And he was like, let's do it. We got in the studio and started working on the beat. This was his first hip hop song he's ever worked on.
Yeah.
So, like working on a beat, what's a hip hop beat for him? Like, you know, it was different for him. Yeah, so I just started writing, recorded it. That was the first song recorded for this Empty Hands album that I then released in 2014. And that's how the song came about, and the inspiration from it and the journey. And yeah, and recently a dear sister, mine, Ellie, amazing soul, who I synchronously met in India, she's helped me film and shoot all my music videos. We do them on $0 budget. But she ended up coming out to India on a Fulbright scholarship. Ends up being in my apartment the day I'm looking for a filmmaker to shoot the Grateful music video.
Got it.
And I was like, would you want to help? And she's like, heck yeah, let's do it. And so she cancels her travel plans, and we end up shooting this video called Grateful, and then that ends up having, so yeah, then Ellie and I have just become really close, like soul brothers and sisters. So planting seeds, you know, whenever I had a chance to come back to America for the last tour in 2015, we shot that. And
okay, so which came first? Was it Grateful came before Planting Seeds, or what's the order? Which were the?
Yeah. We first shot this Being Kind. That was shot in India. Then we shot Grateful right after that, a month, like a month after. And then we shot one called To My People, with a few other brothers, actually amazing souls, Nick and Chad, both serving in amazing ways through the arts. Then we shot Keep Loving, which is one that Ellie and I shot in the New York subway system. And then I think we shot Planting Seeds.
Okay.
And yeah, and recently, just a few months ago, we shot another one called Beautiful. And we're trying to shoot a song called Ode to Women in India in December. Ellie is trying to come out here. So yeah, little by little, organically, as it arises and feels aligned, we shoot videos to these songs to hopefully share that message. Planting Seeds was special because I was able to get a few schools that I'm really close to, that I've visited and spent a lot of time with in the classrooms, and they really were asking me, how can we be in your next video? And like, well, why don't we do a love campaign out on the streets, and you guys videotape it, and we'll include that in the video. So
Nice.
Oxford Elementary in Berkeley, California, and then what was the other group? I'm blanking on my second school, but they're based in Saratoga in the South Bay. And they're like, we're going to do it. They got all the parents involved and the family, and they went on the streets and started just like free hugs, free smiles, and they just went all out. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Nimo,
so that's
we're
how the
about
video kind of
15 minutes from Saratoga right now, where we're sitting. That's my neighboring town. So when you remember,
Wow.
I'd love to know who that school is, because we're kin.
Oh yeah, it's yeah. So
Don't worry about it now, but just connecting the
But
the
also,
heart dots.
Nemo, to show you what a global village we're living in, we've got hundreds of teams all over the world. There's a group called Play for Peace. During the last co-opetition, we had, I think, 10 teams from India.
No, there was like 30.
30 teams from India,
Yeah.
okay?
Awesome.
Right? So, I mean, there's, we've
Love it.
of connectivity and, heart that's being shared, this kind of we space, where we're learning how to care for each other and strengthen these ties that connect us. That's so beautiful.
Well, and the compassion.
That's it.
Arab Emirates
Yeah, well, the
is
United
there.
Arab Emirates is all over the games.
The whole country.
The
not
country has
just,
taken on the
like-
games. The Center for Cultural,
I
Mohammed Center for
know.
Cultural Change. And here's
Wow.
the
That's what we need.
So I'd like your permission if we could, okay? So 9/11 Day is launching a 5-year campaign called Tomorrow Together. And it's about getting young people all over the world to get to know each other, learn about each other, and do good deeds in the global expression of hope for a better tomorrow. And I just can't think of a better expression of that than that video of yours, Planting Seeds. And I just would love, if it's okay with you, that we just spread those seeds and use that song. I'd learn it tomorrow in New York. Sonia Richards-Ross is 4-time Olympic gold medalist, because we're passing the torch. So we're playing a compassion relay.
Global relay. How cool is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really perfect. It starts in New York, in Washington, D.C., on the National Mall, a group called Points of Light, the largest service and volunteer organization in the world. And they're passing the torch then to New York City tomorrow by the World Trade Center. There's a Pier 36 there now, where Sonia Richards-Ross is going to be with the co-founders of 9/11 Day. She's this 4-time Olympic gold medalist who's totally devoted to service and inspiring people to get engaged that way. And then the torch is being passed out here to Compassionate Silicon Valley, where they're getting all of the cities in Santa Clara County to affirm the Charter for Compassion. Got some beautiful proclamations. Then it's going to Stanford to CCARE, the Center for Compassion, Altruism, Research, and Education. Then to UC Berkeley, to the Greater Good Science Center. And then to Peace Jam. So Meng Chang, the 13 Nobel laureates, the Billion Acts of Peace. And then to Gratitude Revealed. This is a project with Louis Schwartzberg and Oprah Winfrey. If you haven't seen, it's so perfect that we'll feature your song Grateful on the days that we're doing this. Each day, actually, the missions include a video from Gratitude Revealed. Then Hereditary Chief Phil Lane and Dr. Jane Goodall and the Dalai Lama Fellows get the torch. And then they pass it to the Parliament of World Religions. We're almost done. We'll get there on the 21st, ending at the UN. And then to the United Religions Initiative, where they have 750 cooperation circles around the world. And then it ends up back at the UN on September 21st. Oh, no, it goes to Compassionate Louisville, where the mayor is their inspiration for the games, because he told me they were the most compassionate city in the world and would be so till proven otherwise. And that birthed the Compassion Games, these co-opetitions, right? He told me they were so compassionate they'd come out to Seattle to help us beat them. Yeah, okay. And then it ends up Ali Center's there and Festival of Faiths. And so the idea of this torch passing, right? So actually we're passing you the torch, if you'd be willing before you run out the door to go to Germany, to just say a deep bow to you, Nimo. And I want to let Summer or Leslie say anything they want to say, but my gosh, it is so perfect that we would be able to capture these moments together and share what's happening in this unity and the vision of planting seeds for this 5-year campaign for global unity and tomorrow together. So is it okay if we share the song widely?
Well, both of them.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
All of them.
Hands up. Not mine.
Turn them
Every
off.
day on the Compassion Game. I just want to say too that I'm a dancer, a dance teacher. I teach a Nia practice.
I think we're good. Sorry.
All right, hold on.
Oh,
It's coming.
You guys are stuck right there.
All right, hold on.
okay.
I want you to notice Summer's got something important to tell
Oh, I just want to say, as someone that is a mover in life.
Wait, hang on.
There we go. Now it's working again, I think.
Hi, Nimo. I'm honored to be here, a part of this conversation. And I'm a dance teacher, and we actually have a Nia routine called Gratitude, and your song is a part of it. And I just want to say there isn't always music that is in alignment with how I wish to see the planet, and your music is. And I want you to know, I just wanted to tell you that thank you for bringing music to what I wish to see and how I step on this earth and wish for others to also step on the earth with me. So I'm so grateful for you. and I hope that you continue to have support for what you're doing beyond support. And I wish too that these next 11 days bring your project much success and awareness beyond what we all can see. And
Sorry guys, it's stuck again. I'm
All right.
lost what year.
Well, you can feel it though, I bet. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Nimo. I don't know when we'll come back. moving again on your end. I don't know if you're hearing this, but
looks like he's frozen.
you know, he's moving again.
Okay.
Can you see us or hear us now?
Yeah, I unfortunately, I think I didn't hear. I wasn't able to capture what you were saying, dear, because it got frozen again.
She'd love you. She's grateful for what you're doing. We want these days when we bring more light and support for the incredible inspiration and work and gift that you are to the world.
There's so much love and gratitude going on here that the internet can't handle it.
That's it. I don't need to hear any words. I can feel it. I don't need to hear anything.
Oh, beautiful. All right. Well, thank you for making this time available for us.
Well, that's wonderful. You guys are, I don't know if you can hear me now, but
yes.
Your energy and spirit and intention and love in this world is a deep blessing, and it just keeps getting.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right, Nimo, I'm going to end the call. Hopefully, you'll know it was done with the utmost reverence and respect. Good journey to Germany. We'll be in touch. Look for us on social media, spreading the seeds.
Helps.
All right. Bye for now.
Hello?
All right. Just saying bye for now.
Yeah, okay. I just turned off the video because I think it might be easier to
Oh, that's a great idea.
But, I think I'm hearing you guys a little, but lots of love.
Yes, we're doing the same. Yes.
Doing the same.
Yeah, Nimo, thank you so much for making time for this.
I can't wait to share your
Lots of love to you guys, and I'm sure we'll.
Yeah. We'll be in touch soon. Safe journeys.
Namaste.
All right. Bye for now.
I like bye for now.